Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are here on the couch one more time, hanging out with SooperVega, and boy, do we have a show for you today. I mean, there's some amazing stuff happening, and we're gonna get right into it. I got the one and only D from D's Wings. If you're from Rhode Island, you recognize D's Wings. So make some noise for my So what's up, D? It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you guys, man. I appreciate being here. It's the highlight of my week.
That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's what's up. We're the highlight of the week. It just started.
I love it here too. It's pretty lit. I met my boy Ethan too, so it was lit.
Yeah, it's
word.
Man, I'm excited to talk to him later on too. But for now, tell me a little bit. Not me. Tell the people a little bit about who is D.
Who is D? So
who is D?
This story's like, it's a long story. We only got 10 minutes, so I'll try to keep it in. But D's an entrepreneur. D's somebody that believes that all work is easy work. D is somebody that believes that you should be your own boss, you should boss up, and you should really follow your heart under any circumstances. I come from nothing, you know, my mom's into drugs, all that. My father died at an early age, group homes, foster homes, all that crazy shit. So the fact that I'm here now, I'm a college graduate, I'm a business owner, I started movements, I got a little team that I'm putting together, and everything's going really good. I'm just happy to be here, and I want to be a living example of don't let shit stop you. And do what you got to do.
I dig it. And I like that you said you're a business owner.
Business owner.
That is key. Like people, I strongly believe that at this point and where we are in life, our generation needs to. Everybody doesn't have to own their own business, but you got to be invested in a business of your own.
I mean, if it's not an actual brick and mortar business like I happen to have, it's just like invest in yourself and believe in yourself and just do what's best for you, man. Because I feel like that's the best way to live life.
So what was it that drove you to open up D's? Because everybody goes there for the wings, but I'm sure there's more behind it than you just wanted to make wings.
Well, yeah. So it's super deep. I don't know where you want me to start, but I'll just go with it. So before D's, I had a brand called Tough Tunes, and a lot of people still call me that till this day. Tunes. That's like my nickname, like in the streets and in other situations. And I was working with a partner, and me and him built something, and I'm gonna be nice about this. Basically, we built something together. It ended up being a record deal situation with Interscope Records, and I didn't get to partake in that experience. But it was something that I built. So I sold.
Ugly.
So I was in Rhode Island, and I had money that I have saved up from like different things. And at that point, I was kind of like, just like a little bit mad. I can't front. Like, damn, I should be there, but so I didn't really know what to do. So I had a point in my life where I was like, damn, well, what should I do? I just built this whole shit up that didn't go good. What's the word? So I'm just chilling. I'm not working at the time because I got a little money saved up. I've always been a hustler, always, trying to build my own shit, never afraid of hard work. And I walked inside of a gas station one day, and there was a kiosk there, and it was completely empty, doing nothing. And I'm not really doing too much at this time, too. And I walk in, and I'm like, yo, bro, why is this whole kiosk empty? It's beautiful. There's nothing but space. There's fridges and shit. He's like, yo, I'm just like too lazy to do it. And I'm like, too lazy, bro? It's America. You mean too lazy? So I worked out a little deal with him.
He said I'm too lazy to do it.
I worked out a little deal with him. And coincidentally, at the time, I don't know if you guys heard about Shark Bar and Grill that was on 3rd Street.
Yeah.
I used to work for the owner of that, and I did like his social media for Shark, and I came up with a couple like concepts for menus and shit like that. People don't know that. So that introduced me to the food world. So I was like, damn, this dude from Shark is making mad. Like I seen him. He's making a lot of money. My dad was a chef too. And so I kind of had like an inkling towards food. Then I seen that, and I'm like, yo, let me do smoothies and sandwiches and all that shit out of here, and I'll give you a couple dollars every month. And he wasn't doing anything with it anyway, so he cut me a really good deal. And I put it up. It was the first D's, and it went crazy. It just
blew up.
It blew up.
It just blew up. Everybody loves a sandwich and a milkshake. So you can't be mad at that.
Everybody came through, and then I'm like, damn, I might have something here. And so my main goal was always like, not to compare myself to anybody, but I'm like a fan of Rick Ross. So he has the wing stops, and he has the music and the movies and a lot of different shit. So I was like, this is a way to make money, and I should stick with it. So I was doing the gas station for a little bit, and it actually started to get so popular that the dude tried to raise my rent an astronomical amount. And I'm like, yo, if you're gonna raise my rent this much, I might as well fucking
find a place,
find a whole
just find your own
property.
spot.
And
where you at now?
447 Middle Spring Ave, word. And that's what caused me to do that. And we opened up D's, and D's is lit. I like to consider it like the Mecca of Rhode Island hip hop, the SOBs of Rhode Island. I
was telling Kurt that he was. We always talk about the people that we're gonna have on the show, and I was like, yo, D's is like if you watch a TV show about like anything, and they have that bar where everybody always hangs out, and it's always the same bar. That's what D's is to like Rhode Island music scene. Yeah. Everybody just hangs out there.
And it's it was lit. We did that. We did J Deuce's first event. I'm the first person ever to like book J Deuce for an event. We did that there. That went crazy. We did like Key Money and D Gomes listening sessions. Just anything that has to do with that urban rap music scene in Rhode Island that's moving, it definitely comes through D's. Word, yeah. And then there's good food. There's a corner store, and it's just like a lit good time with a lot of creatives come through, and it's just a good time, a dope place with a lot of good energy, and I love it from the bottom of my heart because I see so much creatives come through on a daily basis and so many ideas, and people come out and they reach out to me over there, like, you know, people's always throw me ideas back and forth, and it's just a wonderful place, and it inspires a lot of people, and that's what it should do.
It's a safe haven.
Word, safe haven, creative place, all that shit. Word. Sorry, guys. Word.
So good. So one of the big plates that you're always promoting, and I don't know what the symbolic meaning to it for you is, but chicken and waffles, bro.
So it got so popular, but really, like, to be 100% honest, I just did it because waffles are not too expensive to make, and we was already making wings, and there was really not too much chicken and waffle spots in Rhode Island, so, you know, we just put it together, and it worked.
Dope.
It worked. It's a business. We're open every day. We're open every day except for Sundays, and it's just super dope because the food's really delicious. Everything's good. The food's dirt cheap, $5. You go to these with $10, you're eating
good.
Like El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? So you're good to go. And it embodies a little bit more than a restaurant. It embodies, like, you know, people just starting from the bottom and starting from scratch because I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations myself and all that shit. So it embodies so much. It's just a place where everybody really comes and it's good vibes, enjoys food. We go over ideas, we do different shit, and it's just like I don't know how to say it. It's like a creative center for the city. And it's lit, and every day it's getting more lit and more lit and more lit. You never know who will come through when you're there, from J Deuce to JC, all the like popping dudes in the rap like hemisphere out here, and just playwriters, poetry people, like to anybody, and people really respect what I'm doing, and I respect everybody that comes through, and it's lit. And I like to I see it like as a family, like, you know, D's is really like a home to everybody. Like, a lot of people tell me I gotta stop doing it, but you come to D's and you need to go get a cup, you kind of just go get it yourself. You go behind the bar, and it's really just like a family situation. And I really respect everybody that comes through. I love the people that come through every day, and it's like I kind of really ask for much more in my life. The plans that I put into motion are working.
That's what's up. What's up. So what do we got coming up for D? What's some of the next game plans without spoiling it?
Well, I'm doing a lot. So D's isn't my only baby. There's actually some stuff that I'm more interested in more than D's. But, you know, I'm shooting a web series called Choices. It's super lit. The acting's on point. The storyline's on point. I want people, like, when this drops, it's going to go crazy. I already know it's going to go crazy. I want people to be like, damn, I can't do nothing today. Choices dropped today on the internet, and it's going to be lit. So I'm doing that. Then we got the Death to 9 to 5, Chase the Bag Hats. That went really crazy. A lot of people was like, yo, D, you have a following. You should do more stuff. So we dropped the hats. We did a lookbook for the hats, and they like instantly sold out. So that was like really nice seeing everybody really like believing in it, and the people that were buying this shit, like, you know, they just really believe in that chase that bag mentality, being your own boss mentality. And then two, I don't know if you're familiar with Cold Cash.
Yeah.
Where he's really dope. That's my personal friend, and me and him, I wouldn't say I'm gonna manage him, but me and him are like partnering up to really like
build his exposure,
build and see how we can get shit popping. And I think Cold Cash is next up.
That's what's up. So how can the people get in touch with you? If they want to order some wings, they want to get involved with what you're working on, what do they do?
So I mean, just take my number, because to be real, the restaurant to the number is my cell phone. Some people know that. So it's like, gotta cut costs so you can cut them.
The number to the restaurant is his cell phone.
So, I don't know. Put it across the screen.
Go ahead and tell him what it is.
401-365-5886. But I mean, the reason I always give out my number to people is like a little bit more deep. I don't know. You know what Karma is?
Yeah.
So Karma, huge company, clothing brand. The dude that owns that, his name's Greg Selko. He happens to be my personal friend and somebody that put a lot of interest into the shit I was doing at a young age. And the way he built his whole situation, and I seen him build. He's a millionaire at one point. Is he was just really in touch with the streets. It wasn't hard to get his number. He's somebody that would talk to everybody. I'm not a person that sees people on different levels. Like, we're all humans, and I'm there for everybody, from the most hottest dude in my city. I'm personal friends with Mike Slick. I've done a lot of shit with Deuce and all the people that people might really look up to like the little guy that just comes to me like, yo, I got an idea. What's up, there? I want to talk to you. I treat everybody the same because I feel like, that's how it should go. And at one point, I was like that little guy too.
I love it. So, yo, we just had D on the couch. He didn't bring any wings though, so I'm a little upset about that. But low key, one of the only wing spots that's delivers. And
we only deliver on Fridays and Saturdays though, but it's still lit.
That's the most important day to deliver. Are you kidding me?
Wait.
That is the day to deliver.
Wait.
So make some noise one more time for my man D. But don't go nowhere, because up next we got some time to sit down with Ethan Jaymes.
My new friend Ethan Jaymes,
Stick
by
around.
the way. Word.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We just had my man D on the couch with us. And if you weren't paying attention, he gave out his phone number. So all y'all ladies, if you didn't catch that, you dropped the ball.
He's probably already getting hit up.
I know. He said he was going to a bathroom break.
That was too obvious.
Anyway, I got my man Ethan Jaymes on the couch.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
So let's make some noise for my man. I felt like I was gonna go somewhere with that, so people didn't clap, and then I realized I wasn't. I just threw everything off.
I'll halted real quick.
So what's up, Ethan?
Not much, man. I really appreciate you having
Welcome
me
to the
here.
couch. We appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
So for the people who don't recognize Ethan Jaymes, tell them all about that dazzling face.
So I'm Ethan Jaymes. I'm an artist from Rhode Island, hip hop artist. I started mostly doing hip hop about 5-6 years ago now. So that's like 2010. I put out a little EP that was similar to what I performed tonight. Like acoustic style hip hop, but with more of the beats were harder back then. I was working with lingo and foul side a little bit. Actually, that's a totally different story. I probably shouldn't even dive down that lane, but
I don't want to go down that route. We're just gonna change directions.
I'm already biting my gun.
It's the best way for it to be.
Yeah.
You gotta like start diving in and just, oh well, actually no, we're not gonna do that.
That's just the kind of production that I was rapping over. It's a little harder, a little bit more like at the time Mac Miller was becoming very successful over that type of production. Same with Chris Webby. I was kind of just emulating other white rappers that I saw coming up for the most part. I mean, I had my own style, I had my own emotional side to it, but it was very hard for me to create my own lane back then with all the other input from people becoming successful,
right,
doing a very similar type of music. And then I got a little harder, Macklemore, then he even kind of took it to a new level of what I was trying to do, and branch off into this almost big band sounding hip hop, which I love. So I took a few years off and kind of tried to find myself and really search for what my lane was uniquely, 100% unique. Ethan Jaymes. What is Ethan Jaymes? Who is Ethan Jaymes? What does Ethan Jaymes sound like?
Did you find an answer?
I'm still searching, but I think what I found was that it's a constant search. You never can really get there. Like tonight, when doing that song, and you guys said it was good, but when you ask me, it's never going to feel perfect for me. So as soon as I'm okay with that, then I can take a deep breath and at least move on to the next project and progress. And what's next? How do we grow from the spot we're already at?
I dig that because I also have that perfectionist style where like you'll look something over a million times just to find out at the end that you didn't have to do any of that extra work.
You didn't have to do any of it.
Any of that extra work.
It was good the first time. Yeah, that happens
crazy.
a lot to me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good place to be in though. As long as like I feel like as an artist, once you find that moment where you realize that your sound is just a version of somebody else's sound, like that's the moment where you figure out whether this is a career or a hobby. And if you can break away from sounding like other people, that's when you really make this a job and not like something you do on the side where everybody's like, oh, this is my boy Ethan Jaymes versus, yo, this is the artist Ethan Jaymes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the artist.
That's a huge distinction to make, I think. So congratulations, you're on your path.
I'm on the right path.
Let me know when you get there, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you the address when I get there, and we can
meet up.
We can have another interview on that couch.
On that couch. All right, word. Ethan Jaymes just invited me to his couch, ladies, just so y'all know. So what have you been working on lately?
Lately, I've just been writing. So I'm kind of gearing up to produce the next thing. And I like producing things in giant clusters. So I've got maybe 8 to 12 tracks, and then I go in the studio and I want all the bass lines to kind of run through the album in a similar fashion. And then I want to build the production from there in a similar fashion. Not in a, this track sounds like that track, but in a, this style sounds like that encapsulated album.
Got it.
Is what I want to get to. And what I think I almost got there with a project that honestly wasn't even going to come out. I call it the Harbor House. And it's 5, maybe it'll be 6 tracks, but right now it's just 5 tracks, little EP. And the Harbor House to me is my 9-to-5 job. It's like, I've worked in restaurants my whole life, and the Harbor House pictured as my restaurant.
Okay.
And at the beginning of the EP, I'm just kind of finally coming to the conclusion that other people obviously were already at. You can feel it, that I'm not alone there. I'm not alone in feeling miserable, grinding through each day and feeling the same way every day. And then the next song, Smitties Guitar, which I'll perform on the show, is kind of like my what gets me through the workday. What gets me through the lows is something or someone who will get me to that high and kind of just get me through. And then when that's gone, you plummet to a new low. And that low is now being extra miserable in a place where you're not the man, because you can never be the man when working for the man. So you can never feel like your own until you own your own.
On the couch, quotables.
Quotes, facts.
You can never be the man while working for the man.
Not possible.
that.
Not possible.
Life lessons.
That's about halfway through the EP, and then I kind of do something where I'm almost just rapping and singing as a waiter taking an order and through the work day at the restaurant. And I quit at the end of that song. And then there's that kind of, it all blows up in my face. And instead of following my dreams and becoming successful in my artistry and in my music, I burn the restaurant down and I become infamous instead of becoming famous. And that's the Harbor House. The Harbor House fire ends the record. And that's kind of...
Yo, this is gonna be a dope concept album.
Yeah,
like,
if I can
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm
This is
working
gonna
with
be
Red Eye
crazy.
Movies to do the videos. I want to do the visuals.
I'm glad
the
you
visuals
mentioned
have
that.
to be perfect because
I'm glad you mentioned that because I feel like in the position you're in, you have a really good team behind you. For those who
I
don't
do.
know, Ethan Jaymes is part of the Flawless family and Team Rise.
as of recently, I signed to Rise and the Flawless Family team, and Flawless has set up a good situation for us over there.
He is.
You know,
He's holding it down over there. My man Josh is holding it down.
Yeah,
you guys
we've got
some
a
good
great
stuff.
team, and we vibe very well together.
Like your whole album sounds like it's gonna be like a Mark Murphy dream. Like he's gonna put this together in the most
It's
crazy
funny.
visual.
You
It's
say
gonna
that.
go from start to finish, and he's just gonna like make a movie out of your album.
The problem is when we get together, he's like I am. Like we bounce ideas off of each other very well, but the ideas are so they escalate so quick, so quick that it's like we don't really have the time or the
look
budget
at Flo and be like,
to
"Is
do
this
it.
in the budget?"
We're gonna need 2 boats for this song. And that's a legit quote. Wait, hold on. Now that was Simon. He's like, now we need 2 boats.
How are we gonna get 2 boats?
But and that's why it kind of got put on pause a little bit. I'm gonna release it for Valentine's Day. I think it kind of being the love story with not a woman per se, even though there's maybe a conflict there. It's more just the idea of the dream that you kind of burn down. Death to 9 to 5, like Dee was saying.
Hey, that's the 9 to 5s. Money bag that.
I'm gonna need one.
Money bag that. He's gonna have to sacrifice a hat. He's gonna burn it inside the harbor house.
I definitely want a cameo.
It's gonna be a cameo.
So
that all sounds amazing.
That's what you have to look forward to. The Fire is my favorite song that I have yet to produce by far. It's one that even you can guarantee that'll be out on February 14th, Valentine's Day. 5, maybe 6 songs, and then The Fire will also be on the full-length album that is 2017 as well.
So how can people keep in touch with you in order to follow along
Everything
with this
I go by
travel?
Ethan Jaymes, but everything is under More Than James. So it's like that way I can kind of express other thoughts besides music or other people's music or other art forms. So it's morethanjames.com, JAYMES. So morethanjaYmes.com. Or More Than James on my Instagram. Snapchat is probably the best way now. Like, believe it or not.
I don't like Snapchat.
It's not
We're
even that
not
I
even
like
gonna
it.
talk about it.
No, but honestly, it's like there'll be something next that blows up, like, and Snapchat will be what
MySpace.
Instagram was before, and then Facebook kind of fading, or at least the most prevalent way to get in touch with someone or learn what they're doing. Because anyone you follow on Snapchat, you're up to their second to second. What are they doing? Like I'm getting Boston Calling tickets. This is a very, very side note. But I really just want to go to see Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
I was like, whoa, that's a weird
And I'm like,
mix.
wait a second. So what day is he performing? Because I don't know, like 3 days if I'm just really going to see Chance. And I almost think it's better to wait until like it's about to happen and then watch his Snapchats and be like, oh, no. He's in Boston today. He's not going to be in Boston tomorrow. He might be in New York tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just got the chance to hang out with Ethan Jaymes, and we'll be back in just a moment to check out him performing one song off of the Harbor House called Smitties Guitar. So make some noise for my man Ethan Jaymes.
Thanks for having me. Much appreciated. Today I woke up undefeated. I see what I need and I need not to see it your way. But she does what she pleases, and if you really understand, then you wouldn't throw the beach in my shoes. Saying things she doesn't mean, then she says that's the wrong way to read it. Well, then I got that look in my eyes, and so she started to stare. So I went there, and you took that, and you threw it all back in my face. But you rose up to the occasion when you let me put it back in its place. 'Cause you love that I love to see me drown. Today I woke up like a showman. Her head moved fast, hit my nose, and so I let out a scream. She interrupted a dream. I interrupted her life, but I ain't part of that team. No, I ain't part of the rock, but I'm a part of the roll. Well, I ain't part of the stop, but I'm a part of the go. Well, I ain't part of the lie. They should be spitting apologies I ain't giving for lyrics that I haven't written. Just listen to something different. We itching to find a problem that can't be solved, and she be missing from the surface if I'm scratching it all. Gets involved via look in my eyes, but see you starting to stare. You see you starting to stare. Yeah, so I went there, and you took that, and you threw it all back in my face. But you rose up to the occasion when you let me put it back in its place. Cause you love me and I love you, I put no one above you. This is what I said love to see me drown. Yeah, and last night I tuned Smitties' guitar, didn't lay it down, but she's ready now, you're welcome, pal. It's time to tell him how you felt when you fell in this well. I'm swimming in this prison by myself and you gon' let me drown. Life guarded by the past, a partly departed half of a heart that passed before we'd ever have. Yeah, what we'd never make, but this is Smitties' guitar now, just let it play. This is Smitties' guitar now, just let it play. Hey, hey, that's when they started singing. Party people in the place to be. You are now in the midst of a real MC. Throw your hands in the air if you're real as me. Throw your hands in the air, your hands in the air. I went there, and you took that, and you threw it all back in my face. But you rose up to the occasion when you let me put it back in its place. Cause you love me, and I love you, I put no one above you. This is what I said. I said don't let me drown. Thank you very much. Thank you. Big thanks to Vic Vega and On the Couch. Again, my name's Ethan Jaymes, and that was Smitties' guitar.